Good morning. Do you have your cup of tea? Why don't we sit down together? Are you tired of hearing me say how happy I am to feel the warmth of my teacup on my fingers? It makes me happy every time. It's one of those things that just never gets old. It's so good to ground in those things. Things that are not transient, but that stick with us every time. We just feel that gratitude almost automatically, like, oh, warmth, oh, thank you. Those are the things to hold on to. So why don't you take a deep breath? Let your shoulders relax. Let your spine settle into a comfortable place. You can wiggle however much you need to. Just hold your teacup and feel the warmth in your fingers. As you breathe in deeply, you can smell your tea. Maybe it's a tea that doesn't have a lot of smell. Maybe you're drinking black tea or green tea. That's all right. You can still feel the warmth enter into your nose and move down into your lungs. We're just going to breathe here. We're not going to do anything. We're doing all the things that have to be done already. We're holding our teacup. We're feeling gratitude for the warmth on our fingers and breathing. And there's nothing else that needs to happen. It's so hard in our culture to do nothing. It's really easy to do nothing with your body. You can sit on the couch and watch Netflix while you scroll through Instagram or Twitter. But you're not doing anything, and if someone said, "What you doing?" you would say, nothing. The trick is, your mind is so busy in that kind of nothing. You've probably been hearing a lot about, this is a chance to write that book you never got to write, or this is a chance to learn a new thing, or this is a chance to be creative, or whatever. And it might be. If you have children, you're probably trying to figure out how to keep them occupied, how to keep them educated, how to manage all the tech that's happening in the house right now. If you're privileged enough to have all of the technical resources that are required. If you're trying to work from home for the first time, that's a big juggle. Or maybe your job can't be done from home, and so you're just furloughed. And your kitchen's already clean, and you've already vacuumed. I don't think that we have had the opportunity culturally to say, wow, things are really different very suddenly. We should all just sit still for a moment and do nothing. I think we all just bulldozed past that straight through into, let's adapt. And that's good. Adaptation is good. But it's hard. And it's hard to do it well. So we need to give ourselves a moment to just do nothing. By now, you might be really feeling that need, and you might be chasing that need with guilt. Why do I want to just sit? Why am I so tired? You might be following that guilt with shame. Why aren't I working? You should be working harder. Everyone else is working. So right now, with our teacups, let's take a minute to actually do nothing with our minds. Just to hold the teacup, to feel the warmth. You can go ahead and take a sip and feel the tea in your mouth. Feel the flavor of the tea. Feel the warmth as it moves down towards your belly. And just do nothing else. In fact, if you need to do that for this entire day, just cup after cup of doing nothing except focusing on your tea, that's okay. You're allowed. If you have kids, they might also need a chance to do nothing. Maybe you're not the kind of person who can easily do nothing in your mind while you're doing nothing in your body. Maybe you're wiggling quite a lot while you sit still. That's okay. You can take a walk. I think a walk is still permitted everywhere. And walking is often a good way to do nothing with your mind. If you're not allowed to go outside, then just move on the floor. Focus on seeing how many different ways can you move across a small space. How many different ways can you get up out of a chair? How many different ways can you stand on top of a chair? If you have kids, they might like this. I just want to open up the possibility for you to have a day where you just let it go. You can be productive tomorrow. You can figure out technology tomorrow. We're going to be here for a while. You don't have to make it all work the very first day. Realistically, maybe you do. Maybe you have the kind of job that is critical, and this is your only moment to relax in this day. Whatever kind of situation you fall into, just be aware that sometimes your mind has got to be still, and if you find yourself just staring into nothing, try not to beat up on yourself. Let yourself say, that's all right. My brain just needed a rest for a minute. Maybe make yourself a cup of tea and come back to the exercise of just sitting with your teacup. Just sitting, enjoying your tea, feeling all the parts of the tea. I'll see you tomorrow with another cup of tea.